So your plans, grad school, and then long term, you want to be?
Well, so I feel like I've got like a couple ideas like floating around in my head, and like we've talked about like neuropsychology, and so like ideally, or like at least what I have in my mind is, I go to grad school and do like a clinical neuropsych program, and then eventually like I do an internship or something like that, like really just kind of like find my niche. And then I have actually really enjoyed like the private practice of everything, because I don't know, like you have a lot of freedom in like what you can do, and then like you can help like set standards and like ethics and like really kind of like make sure that everything's going well and whatnot
In your community.
Yeah, exactly. And like be really intentional with your community and stuff. And so I would absolutely like love to do something exactly like what you're doing, and have like some kind of like clinical neuropsych or just clinical psychology focus. And I've like originally I was kind of like skeptical about kids because I'm like, I don't know if I'm a kid person. But then I got into kids and I'm like, wait, you guys are so funny. I love these little guys.
They come out with some zingers.
Yeah. Where did you get that
from? You're humbled.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think that that's the thing. It's like be open to alternative experiences because you just don't know where it's going to take you. Yeah. And I think, I've met people in our practice who work in exploration kids therapy and Swann Clinic who, originally wanted to go and be a psychologist, and they ended up having exposure to behaviorism, and then now they're behavior analysts. Like, I have a couple of psychometricians who got a terminal master's degree in psychology, and depending on the state that you live in, you can get licensed as a psychologist at the master's level in that state. It's important to check out your state laws and the licensure regulations in each state. But you can get a terminal master's degree if you don't want to go on and get student loan debt, and you can operate and run a practice in that fashion. There are opportunities with bachelor's degrees to work with, and I'm super passionate about working with disabled individuals, and so working in the disability realm, working in lots of different realms with just the bachelor's degree, doing like case management and working with helping people access to services that their families desperately need, and coordinating services in terms of like financial and daily living services, and just helping families make practical decisions to improve the quality of life of their children and themselves, and even mentorship, like working in mentorship with what is it? It's trying to think. Swann Services is doing it. So we started a PASA where we're working with adults. So you do adult employment mentorship. So you can help adults with getting employment and maintaining employment when otherwise they wouldn't be able to do that. And that really just improves quality of life, and just it's so rewarding to watch people kind of fulfill their dreams and live their best lives. So there are a lot of options, and I think you don't know what's out there until you get into it. And so I would highly recommend, I know you did a gap year between high school and college. Yeah. Like if you're not sure what you want to do, or like you're like, I still want to know what else is possible, like at Exploration Kids and Swann Clinic, we love having students come in and just getting a sense of all the different disciplines that work in our programs. And so you get exposure to speech therapy and occupational therapy and social work and mental health counseling and testing psychology and the physical therapy, and you can get a sense of like what all the options are. Yeah. And maybe that expands you and helps you find what your passion is. So I even think that even if you're in college right now and you're thinking you want to go to grad school, taking a gap year to get some experience, even if you're working in the front desk or wherever it is, all experience is good experience. See what's out there, take a chance, and try something new. And who knows, you might find the passion that you didn't know you had.